Let's talk about how to care for your fiddle leaf fig. I want to preface this video with, if you are facts, figures, science-based plant care, this video, this page is not for you. I'm 1000% trial and error, intuitive plant care type girl. Meet Big Fiddle. I've had her for 7 years and we have been through it. She's thriving now, but we've been through it. And that's the thing about fiddle leaf figs, is that sometimes they're thriving and sometimes they're just surviving. They're sentient beings just like we are, and sometimes we're thriving and sometimes we're just surviving. I like to view my fiddles and all my houseplants in the same light. Obviously, there is so much information out on the internet about how to care for a fiddle leaf fig, and I've tried them all. I'm sharing what has worked for me and my fiddles. I have currently 5 fiddles in my collection, and I do have 2 that are struggling right now. I saved one from the clearance section of a grocery store this summer, and it was so wet and saturated that it's still dropping leaves, and the leaves are yellow months later. I water my fiddles once, maybe twice a month. I completely let them dry out. Not all of my fiddles are in nursery pots still. I plant them directly into decorative pots. I don't care what anyone says. Anytime I've done that, they've popped off and thrived, and I let them completely dry out in between watering. I still do have some that are in their nursery pots, like little Fiddle here, who is also thriving and popping off still, which is why I haven't repotted her yet. They go a little bit dormant and there's no movement specifically on their branches and leaves. It's time for me to repot them. I've had her for 3 years now, I think, and I haven't repotted her. I do water her a lot more frequently because she does dry out a lot quicker being in this smaller pot, but she's thriving. Oh my gosh. And if I found that her leaves and her branches weren't growing anymore, I would pot her directly into a decorative pot. For my next tip, and this goes for all of my houseplants, I treat them just like you treat the plants outside. I follow the seasons. I only repot them during spring, fall, and winter. I do not repot my plants in the summertime, just like you wouldn't plant plants outside during the summertime because it's too hot and they can't ground in. It's the same with your potted plants as well. They go dormant in the wintertime and they really focus on their root system at that point. It's the same with our indoor houseplants. So I don't fertilize them in the winter, as I only fertilize spring through fall because that's when they're really focusing on putting out new leaves. But in the winter, again, they're grounding in. They can only go as high as they are deep. If you look at your houseplant and you look at how much foliage you have, you can expect the same within their root system. And in the wintertime, their roots really need nourishment and coziness and warmth and time to just hermit mode, just like we do in the winter. Sunlight. Follow me, you know I have an amazing, wonderful sunroom that I love, which is like such wonderful conditions for a fiddle leaf fig, but that hasn't always been the case.